So then, so now let's peel apart the equanimity phase. So you're saying at the equanimity phase, you feel deeper. I think you mentioned you felt some energy.
If I stay
Okay, so the energy comes maybe later.
a little bit,
Okay, so
usually,
let's leave the energy component out and say
yeah,
okay, but you're experiencing energy,
yeah,
but it's coming later. So that might be another phase we're talking about. So in the equanimity phase, you're deeper relaxed. It's more pleasant than the previous phase, and your mind is more still. It's like a flat line. You
hmm,
described it as. Although occasionally a thought might arise, but it doesn't persist, and you go back to the flat line pretty quickly.
right,
But you still have some awareness of the physical external senses, the external physical reality in your body, but you're withdrawing from it
yeah,
further.
yeah,
Okay.
yep,
So you would still hear the garbage truck if it drove down the alley.
yep.
Okay. Is there anything else that you'd like to report in this phase of what you call equanimity? And I would call it equanimity too, by the way.
Um,
Are there any charismatic phenomena at all? Do you notice any
yeah,
sensory
yeah.
stuff
Actually,
that?
it depends on where. There's just slightly different spots where I can put my attention. For example, listen, if I listen, I can start to hear just a. It's a. I'm trying to listen for it now so I can
Okay,
give you
report it.
report it more, and that would be actually, boy, it'd be interesting to, have you ask as I go through,
Okay.
because I could probably give much more lucid descriptions during the.
Okay. Well, maybe I will consider that for future case histories, is to do that actually when somebody's sitting in meditation.
Yeah, yeah, because that would be more easy to
So in
recollect and
other words,
describe.
but
So
anyway, you hear something that is not
yeah,
physical
it's
sound.
super fine vibration, and just to listen
Okay.
to it gives me a great deal of pleasure.
Pleasure. So it's even more pleasant to hear this
Oh
sound.
yes, yes, yes.
And
It's subtler, it's finer, it's a great pleasure to listen to.
okay, and I also hear the sound every time I meditate. In fact, I hear it right now in this
I
moment.
That's why I was trying to tune
Uh,
in, is because I do carry, when I do place my attention on it, I can, yeah, like right now I can, it's it's there. If I had cultivated more saturation, it would be
mm.
stronger and even more pleasant.
But it's difficult to describe.
It's very difficult to
Yeah.
describe, but it's so, the qualities I can give it are, it's very, very subtle and very pleasing to.
Pleasing. Well, would you say that
And
it's it would maybe if we could narrow it down a little bit, would you say it's a low frequency sound or a high frequency sound or a mid range sound?
Well, it does. It's not a physical sound.
Okay.
It doesn't fall on the.
Okay.
I would say higher frequency, just because it's not of the vibration on this plane. It's a finer vibration.
Okay. Well, just to help you out here, the religious experience to me is pre-verbal. And the deeper we go into the experience, the more pre-verbal or non-verbal the experience is. And so it is very difficult for most of us to describe the experience. And so I'm not surprised that you're having trouble describing the sound. And that's fine because it's a pre-verbal experience. But you are hearing something that's not part of your sensory equipment, and you have associated with your absorptive or shamatha meditation experiences, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So is there anything else? Do you have any tactile sensations that you associate with deeper levels of meditation, and do they arrive at this equanimity phase or later? And I'm really particularly just interested. We're still just talking about the equanimity phase, which is the third stage of the
Right,
religious experience.
right.
So I'm only interested in what
I'm trying to,
arises during that
right,
time
I'm trying
for
to
you.
put myself in that state.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think my whole tactile senses become extremely pleasant.
Would you say maybe acute, meaning heightened?
Yeah, absolutely. Um, and on an average meditation level, I just get into equanimity. And so what I'm trying to recall is what happens the times when I've just really been able, because I get into equanimity and my subconscious says you got to go to work soon, you got to do this soon.
Right.
It percolates up, and but times when I've really said deeply in equanimity, it's because everything starts to get so still. I can hear what my sense of hearing just really takes off to, I mean,
So you can hear
limits.
small sounds at great distances.
Yeah, I know exactly what they are.
I have the same experience. But just out of curiosity, are you spending your time trying to interpret those sounds?
No, no, no. Just, but instantaneously,
What it
what
is.
it is.
All right.
Um,
All right, that's very good. So now, would you say that your average meditation gets to this level?
it gets to the beginning stages of this level.
Okay. So then, if we were going to talk about any other stages of meditation, then they would be less frequently experienced when you